one thing that I think goes unnoticed, you don't just get to be One Direction. Like, I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know what kind of wake up call someone needs when people say, oh, they're just that boy band, One Direction, oh, whatever. But you don't just become that. It's like people that go to the gym and they say, oh, I don't want to lift that because I don't want to look like Arnold. You're not going to. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo. We are in for a treat today. This is a throwback One Direction video. That's all I'm going to say, because you already know that when it has anything to do with the X Factor. So I'm really looking forward to today's video, which is One Direction singing the song Chasing Cars. I don't know if I know this song. I tried to look it up just to see what the song was. It seems like it's from the band Snow Patrol, who is a band that I'm not that familiar with. So I'm really looking forward to this. Obviously, the X Factor was a big deal for One Direction. It is definitely what gave us the amazing years of One Direction. Historical years at that. They didn't just come and make music. They came and made history, and it's something really incredible. So I want to give a huge shout out to Ryan over on Patreon for actually requesting this video. Thank you so much. I am looking forward to this. I read the little comments down below, like little, tells us what's going on in this video. And it seems like Zayn was unable to practice for a while, but then he came back in return for this performance in particular. So I'm looking forward to that because I always love some Zayn love. Before we get into today's video, I just want to plug my Patreon. I'll do sponsorships. I don't try to sell you guys anything. Everything that I'm able to do on this channel is because of Patreon. So my Patreon supporters really fuel everything I get to do. So in exchange for that, I do a lot of exclusive content over there. When it comes to One Direction, I have so much. It's a lot. I did the This Is Us movie. I did the San Siro tour. I did the One Direction TV special. I did the albums as full uncut album reactions. There's a lot over there for One Direction, as well as the members of One Direction. So if you're interested, link is in the description. I appreciate y'all. All those things out of the way. Let's do this. Oh,
this week,
my God.
He's had some bad news and his granddad's passed away.
Aww.
Being kind of so close now, we kind of feel like brothers, and we just want to give our support to Zayn and his family.
It makes me sad. Well, one, just like seeing them so young, but like dealing with people close to them going through these things, like these things can happen at any stage of your life, but like there's always something sad about like a group of young people who are, going through this already stressful and difficult journey together, but also now trying to support and cope with someone else who's going through loss. I mean, I think sometimes people overlook just how challenging those things can be. We all have tough things in life, but I know that like if things happen to me now, I'd be significantly stronger than I was, when I was young and I had adversity in front of me.
To have one member of your group missing, it really shows a level of maturity. I want to help them. I want to cuddle them.
This is the last song for One Direction to make the final. They've been missing Zayn and they've been missing their mentor, so the pressure is definitely on these kids.
Tonight, Zayn's back with us, and as ever, he's going to be brilliant.
He's a big personality in that group, and we have just really missed him.
Yeah.
One Direction.
Fuck.
We'll do it all.
Oh, I do know this song.
Everything.
Liam's hair is incredible here. He's the one. It's hard because like they've all got their own sort of like fashion sense and something, but there's something about Liam's like ongoing fashion statements that he makes that pull off so well. Like even here with this haircut, like he's pulling this off. But like if you look at pictures of him now, Liam just looks incredible, very handsome, like always like dressed to the T. It's just like that is his personality at this point.
On our own.
They were so young. Fuck.
We don't need anything or anyone.
Oh.
If I lay here, if I
They went from chasing cars to no control in just a couple of years. Just think about that. They sound so great in these harmonies. It's just like so beautiful to hear it. You can definitely tell that that chemistry was already starting to happen amongst them, which is why they worked out so well as a group. Like, you can't just plug a bunch of talented people together and expect it to work. It's just not the way it works. And these kids grew up together touring the world. I think that really says a lot about what they were able to like create and the bond that they are able to share going through something like this. It's just, and then of course, no control, you know?
Let's waste time
He sounds so different these days.
chasing cars around our heads.
Okay, beautiful note. One thing I noticed about early days of Harry Styles, it's almost like he wasn't singing with his like influence on the vocals. It was almost like singing with what he thought he had to do to give it a little bit more of a pop sound. And that's not only from him just trying to figure out his sound, but also like when the people surrounding you are trying to like, you know, put you together and like help you create songs and whatever, like they're also putting their input on that as well. What I really loved going through the One Direction days and then even into Harry Styles solo work is that he really found his style, what he wanted to make. And like, he's one of those people that always wears his influences on his sleeve, and you can hear it through every single vocal performance he does. But you can tell even here, he was definitely not in the spot where he was going to sing with how he wanted to just yet. You know, that takes a lot of time, and it's also like challenging. Again, they did have a lot of people that were like, do this, write this, blah, blah, blah. And so when they finally started, because you hear it when the One Direction albums came out, he was already starting to change that style up to be more in line with his personality and how he wanted to sing. And honestly, it worked so fucking well.
If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?
Oh my God.
Get what we're told before we get too old. Just show me your garden masks bursting into life. Let's waste time.
Ooh. Okay, even though I said all that, it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy hearing him do this more like pop-esque vocal that he's doing here. Like, definitely reminiscent of some like early 2000s boy band history. Just listen to this.
Let's waste time.
He's got like a little bit of rasp in there, and also like the way he holds that note. Again, definitely not the style he sings in these days, but still really fun to go back to.
Let's waste time
Woo!
chasing cars around our heads.
Oh my God. Oh, these are the moments we're fucking here for. Like, everyone has their own lives. Everyone's got their own careers. And honestly, like, you know, there's obviously a lot that they all do separately now. But like, every once in a while, it's fun to go back and like see this moment.
Liam, Zayn, Niall, Harry, and Louis. I know your names. Guys, there's something about this.
That was me circa 2020.
Liam, Zayn, Niall, Harry, and Louis. I know your names. Guys, there's something about this band. You've definitely got something special. I think you're the next big boy, but I said that last week. I love the song choice. I love the whole styling. I love the fact that you're really good friends. And there's a great vibe about you. And, you know, if there's any justice, all the young kids are going to lift their phones and they're going to vote One Direction into the final because you deserve it.
I like what he said right there. He said, you're all great friends and I love the vibe. Like, that is what I picked up from them anytime I've watched anything, especially from these earlier days. Like, it's very hard for everyone to be comfortable with their level of talent. Like, they're not exactly, okay, what they're doing in this performance is significantly less than what they did when they were performing and they were like professionals at this point. So you got to think about the fact that the talent was always there. It's difficult to be put into like fame like that. You're on TV, your nerves are already high, you're young, you're just trying to like figure this all out. The best thing you can do is have that bond with people around you. And it's why when they, did leave this show and went on to start putting their albums out, it was a whole different band essentially. And the reason is that comfort level was finally there. That bond and friendship that they were creating here allowed them to really start to open up and explore more of those sounds within themselves as they continued to be together. They do put out a very like big vibe of love and energy and support when they are around each other. I think that's one thing people probably watch and they're probably sad that they don't see them together a lot anymore, because like you could see these moments and you knew they were special.
Guys, you got through a really tough week and that was such a classy performance. You've just grown up in front of our eyes and we've never ever had such good band on the X Factor. So proud to see you perform on the show.
I know, me personally, all the crew, all the staff, everybody has grown so fond of you guys over the past few weeks. This week, I was so impressed. You didn't have Zayn, Simon wasn't around. You showed a real level of maturity and you really deserve a place in the final, and I hope to go.
Fuck yeah. I already know that it like happened and stuff, but like, fuck yeah.
Guys, I was told today with somebody who works with me, Tim, who's been working with you all week, told me that you made a decision this morning to get in at 8 in the morning so you could give yourself more rehearsal time. And that's what it's all about. It's not about excuses. It's about having that great work ethic, picking yourselves up after what was a very tough week. And I said this before, and I genuinely mean this, I am proud of you as people as much as I am artists. And that was a great performance. Good for you.
Sometimes, I obviously don't agree with most of what Simon does usually. But what Simon says, no pun intended, here is actually really good. I love what you kind of get to piece together something here. Obviously, they got a lot of adversity going into this week. They got a lot of things going on. They chose to come in early, spend extra time working together to work through those things. Being One Direction, I get it. We're in the singing shows at this point. We're not exactly where One Direction went. People who don't appreciate or don't care about this band, people who speak negatively of them, okay, whatever. Everyone does their own thing. That is your energy. That's fine. One thing that I think goes unnoticed, you don't just get to be One Direction. Like, I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know what kind of wake-up call someone needs when people say, oh, they're just that boy band, One Direction, oh, whatever. But you don't just become that. It's like people that go to the gym and they say, oh, I don't want to lift that because I don't want to look like Arnold. You're not going to. You're not going to look like him, and you're not going to be in One Direction. You're not going to create One Direction. There's a reason why One Direction is one of the few historical bands. People fail to realize this. And the problem with that is that all of these groups, all of these artists that put their fucking whole life into this are just written off because of a genre they make or because of an assumption that people make based on a genre. And I'm guilty of this too. I didn't listen to One Direction at first because I thought that it was going to sound more like Disney radio. And I was always like, okay, well, I don't know that it's something that I'm going to vibe with right away. So I just assumed that's what they sounded like. And I was like, oh, I didn't talk negatively of them. It was just, oh, I don't know if that's really my sound. Fast forward to now. Open your mind up a little bit and look at the work. The work And the success speaks for itself. One Direction has done amazing things and continue in their solo careers to do things that most of us will only ever dream about. So when people act like you just become this group, no, stop it. One Direction is One Direction because One Direction put the time, energy, effort, and they put themselves out there. I don't know how else to put that. They work so fucking hard, and even little moments like that. They're in this show. They've probably got recording time slot times. They've got times to rehearse and all these things. And they asked for earlier slots to continue to work. Now, yes, that's not some amazing thing. Oh my God, One Direction asked for more time. It's more along the lines of they could have easily been like, oh, Zayn can't practice. We're fucked. What good would that do you? Because you'd be fucked. Mentality is everything. They said, no, we're going to show up early. We're going to put the work in. Zayn hasn't been here, but now Zayn's here. We're going to work with him. We are going to spend this time because we are going to win this. We are good. We are getting great praise for this. And I feel like we have something here. That bond that they created, we've talked about, that vibe that they have amongst them is why One Direction became so successful. Yes, this was a beautiful performance, but let's be real. If you were to compare this to what they did as a band, it doesn't even touch it. The reason being is that, again, we're still talking about personality, trying to learn how to do this on stage in front of all these people. You're building these friendships with people. You're going through these things with people, but you're still going to have the nerves all the time. You are not a professional yet, but you're getting there and you're making the right decisions to do it. And then you get One Direction's career. So I know that was a little bit of a rant, but little things like coming in a little early, that's what it takes to separate you from 99% of people. You have to show up a little early. You got to put a little bit more work in. You got to be a little bit more creative. And you also have to dream ridiculously fucking huge to be able to pull off what they did. And they did it. Like, plain and simple, One Direction was, and will always be One Direction because of the work that they put in. Yes, they are talented. Yes, they are obviously very cute. Very easy to like. Each one of them has so much personality, but the bigger picture here is that they had all those things, put them together, and they also had work ethic. So that's all I want to say about this. I thought this was an incredible thing to watch, mostly because it's just fun to go back to these days. I wasn't a One Direction. I didn't follow them or anything at this time. I obviously missed out on the years of One Direction, and now I pay for it by having to do, performances that are back in time a little bit, but it's really great for me to be able to get to see these moments because I do respect the fuck out of all of them. And I think that they've done something that should inspire a lot of people to just try, follow your dreams, as ridiculous as they may seem sometimes, because One Direction happened. And I'm not saying you're going to be the next One Direction, but if you really fucking wanted to and you worked really fucking hard, I don't see why you couldn't come close or at least make something great. And that's the thing. People are not willing to take that risk because they don't think they'll achieve the goal. But God, if you aim to be One Direction and you ended up just being like a successful band, what the fuck is wrong with that, right? Like, oh my God, you're still up there enjoying the life, living your dreams. So I love you guys so much. I know I went on a little bit of a rant there, but this band just inspires me to just do more. So let me know in the comment section what you guys thought of this performance. Make sure to check out Patreon. Link is in the description. Ton of One Direction content. Again, I obviously really enjoy this band, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.